Government will ensure zero road accidents by repairing bad roads, says Chief Minister Pm-Istv. Two houses reportedly torched as violence continues at Litan. Nationwide general strike by employees of government public sectors to end droughts in Manipur. Hello, you're watching ISTV English News. I'm Jay Xiaoinam, giving you the news in detail. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand has announced that the government will ensure zero road accidents by fixing the dilapidated roads. He made the statement during the closing function of the observance of National Road Safety Month 2026 held at City Convention Centre. The Chief Minister also launched two high-tech mobile interceptor vehicles as part of measures to boost the efforts of Traffic Control Police. Manipur Heli Service Portal for helicopter service operated by Transport Department Manipur was also inaugurated during the event. The Chief Minister further asserted that the new government will prioritize repairing all the bad roads to ensure smooth connectivity. Minister Govindas Konthaujam, Khuraijam Lokin, Chief Secretary Punit Kumar Goyal, Additional Chief Secretary Transport TCI and PCCF and HOFF Anurag Bajpai, MLAs, official of Transport Department and many students attended the closing function. As part of Road Safety Month, Transport Department had organized a marathon and painting competition under the theme Sadak Shuraksha Jeevan Raksha, and winners of the competition were presented with prizes. SP of Traffic Control Police Wing Manipur and teams of motor vehicle distributed equipments for road safety and traffic control. Minister Khuraijam Loken said road accidents are mainly caused by bad road conditions. He also encouraged commuters to follow traffic rules and regulation.
Every citizens today. Lambi ya phang khal sa no hon da sagi traffic ki rule lo kai ra ko accident ho pi sa jing kan ba traffic ki lai ba ko Imphal city manu su mar te he ai na sum toi no usa ba accident ho pi sa jang toi ni hi se kai na ka maru ina lambi thong phat ta ni han maru ina accident ho ra lai thang jing na.
Two houses torched as violence continues at Litan in Ukhrul district. Around 7 a.m. today morning, unknown miscreants carried out arson attack at two houses at Litan. The irate villagers have condemned the silence of the security forces and have demanded withdrawal of the security forces from the region. On the other hand, additional security forces have been deployed to prevent further unwanted incident at Litan. Employees and workers associated with a joint forum of central trade unions will observe a day-long strike today to show their resistance to anti-worker, anti-farmer and anti-national pro-corporate policies of the central government. A joint platform of 10 trade unions comprising INTUC, AITUC, HMS, CITU, AIUTUC, TUCC, SEWA, AICCTU, LPF and UTUC with support extended by the Samyuk Kisan Morcha SKM had earlier announced solidarity with the strike. The unions are opposing the 4 labor code bills that replaced the 29 labor laws last year. They say that these bills will adversely affect workers' rights, curb job security and also make it easier for employers to fire people. The unions have also expressed concerns over privatization, stagnant wages, and a lack of social security. The trade unions are now demanding a withdrawal of the 4 labor codes and related rules, rollback of proposed bills, and more robust employment guarantees under rural job schemes. They are also seeking a restoration of MGNREGA and repeal of the Vikshit Bharat guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin Act 2025. The nationwide general strike has affected normal life in Manipur too. Manipur Government Services Federation and Manipur State Pensioners Union to endorse the general strike. Main markets and shops remain shut for the day. However, some of the educational institutes and oil pumps remain open. A rally carried out by trade union workers towards the Chief Minister's bungalow was foiled by the police. As part of the nationwide strike called by several central trade unions, the coordinating body of trade unions, Manipur, also organized a rally that began from Irabad Bhavan and proceeded towards the Chief Minister's bungalow. However, the rally was stopped by the police near Congress Bhavan and forced to turn back. Chairman of the coordinating body of trade unions, Manipur, L. Sotin Kumar, stated that several memorandums of understanding (MOUs) recently signed between India and the United States concerning various sectors have raised concerns about the livelihood of farmers. He said the strike was also against the centre's alleged attempt to dilute or rename MGNREGA, which guarantees 100 days of work. He further stated that the strike opposed restrictions on the free movement of Meiteis along the national highway by a particular community, as well as the government's failure to rehabilitate internally displaced persons in their original homes. He added that the strike has been collectively endorsed and carried out by 64 organizations across the state.
अखोई मणिपुर दा या मरो इब डिमांड सिंग लेबर लॉ कुनमापन से कोर्ट मरी द पुंजन बा सिगी मायोक्ता अदुग नुमित चामनि थबक सुबगी एमजी नरेगा प्रोग्राम से मसि ममिंग होंदो मुथन बहोना रखपा अदुग लोइनना अखोई स्टेट असिदा हुजि फावद चई ओम सोरबा फ्री मूवमेंट याद्रिबा अमदे आईडीपी सिंग माई मयम द हंजलन बगी खुदोंग सा फंगद्रिबा अदुग लोइनना हौरेबा मियामगी पुंसि अंगप फंगना अवाब मायों नै पुनमक से मसि थेंगनबदा मपुंगै बिफम वरगा मसिगी जेनेरल स्ट्राइक से मसि संघन बने ट्रेड यूनियन मूवमेंट यावदना सिनमीसिंग एंडलोन यावदना अदुग लोइनना अखोई स्ट्रगल यावदना लैपाक से अहोंग पुरप यारोय ओन पुरप यारोय मसिगी दमता अखोई पुन थेंगनर मिनरसी अखोई दाबी से हेक फंगद्रि भावदी अरे अहन बलेक्तना संघन गिनी.
Following the resolution of the Central Trade Unions meeting held in Delhi on December 8, 2025, protesting against the BJP-led government of Narendra Modi for replacing existing labor laws with 4 labor codes and for attempting to dilute MGNREGA by changing its name, as well as for curtailing the rights and entitlements of workers and farmers, a general strike with sit-in protest was observed today in Bishnupur Ward No. 7 Mini Bazaar, organized by All India Trade Union Congress, Bishnupur District. Addressing the gathering, AITUC Bishnupur District President S. Nilkamal stated that the ruling BJP government caused the conflict in the state and obstructed free movement along the national highways. He further said that the union government, by implementing anti-people economic policies, has not only worsened lives of workers and farmers but has suppressed several public sector units, thereby making the lives of many workers more insecure and difficult. He also mentioned that while the country's wealth continues to concentrate in the hands of a few corporate groups, many people are being pushed into debt and financial hardship. The government, by favoring large corporate sectors, has deprived workers of their employment rights and various aspects of social security. He added that replacing labor laws with the 4 labor codes has weakened the protections previously available to workers.
Lady Bahano Governor Live Mask and Kuntamato, the Southern Manipur Lady situation this hope the Rogani have a portion Tajo Pirimani. Nuna, I know with Sarkala Sinazu, Tajo people can't do the Sweden, the Rogani having it about I could already have I don't pin the work, what do the economy when the government occupy Pinisi. I could Sweden, the Rogani have a port to Miam insurance spending, I could already have it about Prasamiam Tajan, but I do already Manipur Lady Prasamiam, so I know woman good government and some sort of Kongang, Sweden. Member of
Parliament from Inner Manipur, Dr. Angomcha Bimol Akoijam, has been nominated as a member of the Joint Committee on the Vikshit Bharat Shiksha Adhishthan Bill 2025 constituted by the Speaker, Lok Sabha. It was reported that the committee will examine the bill and submit its report to Parliament. MP Dr. D. Purandeshwari is the chairperson of the committee, and 21 MPs of Lok Sabha and 10 members of Lok Sabha are nominated as the members of the committee. As part of Education and Communication IEC program, one-day workshop for college students on understanding of e-waste information was conducted by Manipur Pollution Control Board and Directorate of Environment and Climate Change at the manhole of the Directorate at Porompat. Special Secretary Forest and Environment R.K. Amajit, Director of Directorate of Environment and Climate Change Dr. T. Prajakumar, and Member Secretary Manipur Pollution Control Board Dr. W. Roshan graced the opening of the workshop as the main guest. Speaking on the occasion, Member Secretary W. Roshan highlighted the growing environmental risks of e-waste. Mobile phone, laptop, computer, television, refrigerator, washing machine, printer, scanner, charger, battery, and cable are considered as e-waste, he said. Lead, mercury, cadmium, and arsenic waste from these electronics are hazardous to the humans, and as such, he stressed the need of proper disposal of e-waste. Later, a quiz competition was held and winners of the competition were presented with prizes. MP of Rajya Sabha Sana Jawale Semba has expressed heartfelt gratitude and thankfulness to Government of India, particularly to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the kind consideration of the problems raised by him on the floor of the Rajya Sabha on various issues concerning Manipur. He said the Union government has acceded to the demand for opening of UPSC Mains Examination Centre at Imphal from this year onward, that is 2026. The Civil Services Mains Examination will be held at Imphal. The MP had raised the issue on the floor of the House as a special mention demand to open UPSC similar exam center in Manipur, Imphal, on 22nd March 2021. Later, the MP also wrote a letter to Prime Minister on the 10th of August 2022 requesting him to consider sympathetically for the poor students who are to travel other cities for the examinations. The letter also emphasized the plight of Manipuri candidates who opted Manipuri language and literature as their optional paper, as they have to write answers in Bengali script which are no more acquainted with them. The matter to allow writing of answers for Manipuri optional paper for the Civil Services UPSC examinations both in Bengali and Meetei Mayek was raised in the Rajya Sabha by the MP on 8 August 2023 as a special mention. This was approved by Union government, and now candidates are allowed to write their answers for Manipuri optional paper in Meetei Mayek in the Civil Services examinations. He continued that in the ensuing budget session of Parliament 2026, during 0 hour, he raised the demand for inclusion of Meetei Mayek script alongside Bengali script for the Manipuri optional question paper in UPSC examinations. He expressed hope that the Government of India will take note of the problems faced by Manipuri students for civil services and other UPSC examinations. Now we have the national news. The Central Board of Secondary Education CBSE will implement on-screen marking OSM for the evaluation of Class 12 answer books from this year. However, evaluation of Class 10 answer books will continue in physical mode as before. CBSE Examination Controller Sanyam Bardwaj said that the board has decided to introduce on-screen marking OSM for the evaluation of Class 12 answer books beginning with the 2026 examination in its continuous effort to enhance efficiency and transparency. The board has also announced second board examinations in Class 10 from this year. The subsequent examination will be optional for those students who seek to enhance their performance. The board informed that it will organize a live webcast to explain the guidelines for the conduct of examinations and on-screen marking tomorrow at 11 a.m. Now we have the international news. Iranian leaders intensified their rhetoric against the United States and Israel during nationwide events marking the 1979 Islamic Revolution yesterday, held a month after deadly protests shook the country. This year's anniversary comes at a sensitive time for Iran's leadership following a 12-day conflict with Israel and the United States in June and widespread protests that erupted in late December. Officials framed the commemorations as a show of defiance amid heightened tensions with Washington. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali did not appear in person at the events and also skipped his annual meeting with Army and Air Force commanders for the first time in his 36-year tenure. President Massoud, addressing a crowd at Tehran's Azadi Square, called for national unity. In Thailand, a 17-year-old stole a gun from police and opened fire at a public high school in Southern, briefly taking people hostage in a 2-hour attack that killed one person and injured 2 others. Police also injured the assailant in a gun battle in Songkhla province before taking him into custody to end the standoff. The attack took place yesterday shortly after classes were dismissed. The school's director died in a hospital today after being severely injured in the attack. The suspect was identified by local officials as a 17-year-old with a history of drug abuse and mental health issues. Gun violence isn't uncommon in Thailand, which has one of the highest rates of gun ownership and gun-related deaths in Asia, though mass shootings are rare. Before we end, the headlines once again. Government will ensure zero road accidents by repairing bad roads, says Chief Minister Kem-Chon. 2 houses reportedly torched as violence continues at Litan. Nationwide general strike by employees of government, public sectors to engross in Manipur. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching ISTV News.